Hear, hear.
Well, there is a problem doing these speeches, and that's sort of making sure you try and say something original. And if you can't say something original, something witty enough that people forgive you for plagiarising them. And well, I can't think of anything original. So what I've done instead, I've had a look at some famous people and see what they've said about marriage and weddings, things like that. And one of the people that I've always admired and always been interested in is Charles Darwin. And I was amazed to see that he'd actually written not only on the origin of species, but on getting married as well. And he wasn't probably as good a writer about getting married, but what he did, he worked out a list of pros and cons about getting married. And against the idea, he listed the expense and anxiety of children. Well, I agree with that, but there's good parts of that as well. And the other thing he listed against it was that as a married man, he said, never go up in a balloon. I assume he means never had much of adventures now, Pete, so that's your adventures time gone. In favour of marriage, in favour of marriage, he actually included the acquisition of a constant companion and friend in old age. And I certainly hope that is actually true. Oh, maybe that means that Joan agrees with that, my wife. Well, we're getting on a bit now. Well, I am anyway, so. But he's, I think the memorable bit he actually said when he concluded that a wife would be better than a dog, anyhow. So, there we are, Kate. And if you think about it, the Darwins did have a good life. They stayed married for years and years and years. And so he must have been correct about the worth of a bride. There are some other people who've made comments about brides. And I just want to mention a few of them. Famous person at the moment, Nelson Mandela. He said, the whole purpose of a husband and wife is that when hard times knock at the door, you should be able to embrace each other. I suppose that was quite pertinent to him. Katharine Hepburn, you've heard of her? Actress. Sometimes I wonder if men and women really do suit each other. Perhaps they should live next door and just visit now and then. I quite like that one. See if anybody knows who this one is. Some people claim that marriage interferes with romance. There's no doubt about it. Anytime you have a romance, your wife is bound to interfere. Anybody know? Oi! I was going to use the cigar and wiggle my glasses around a bit. And usually he has the sort of last word, I think, Groucho Marx, but this time I'm not giving him the last word. I'm giving it to somebody else, and don't know who she is, a person called Rita Rudner, but I'll have to attribute her. And she says, I love being married. It's so great to find that one special person you want to annoy for the rest of your life. So there you are. So, well, that's it, basically. That's me done. As I said, quick and short. But the important part is now. So please, honoured guests, would you please join me in giving the traditional toast to I give you the bride and groom.